What would you do if your entire crop was destroyed, you had no money, and your family had nothing to eat? Would you go to the bank? Would you ask your neighbors? Or would you write a letter to God? This story is about a poor farmer who does exactly that. It is a story of faith, kindness, humanity, and a beautiful irony. A Letter to God is a touching story written by G.L. Fuentes. It shows us the deep faith of a poor farmer named Lencho in God. The story also shows how kind human beings help others silently, and how sometimes blind faith can make a person misunderstand the goodness of people. Let us get to know the characters first. Lencho, a poor hard-working farmer who has complete faith in God. Lencho's wife, a caring housewife who supports the family. Lencho's sons, they help their father in the fields. The postman, he finds Lencho's letter and shows it to the postmaster. The postmaster, a kind, generous and helpful man who arranges money for Lencho. Post office employees and friends, they donate money to help Lencho. Now students, let us understand the themes of this lesson. Faith in God, kindness and humanity, irony of the situation, hope and help, blind faith. Now, let us begin with our story. Lencho was a poor farmer. He lived with his family in a lonely house on the top of a hill. From there, he could see the river and his fields full of ripe corn. His entire life dependent on rain because rain meant a good harvest and food for the whole year. One morning, Lencho saw clouds in the sky and said happily that they would get rain. His wife agreed and said, "Yes, God willing." The boys were working in the fields and the smaller children were playing near the house. Soon, big drops of rain started falling. Lencho went out to feel the rain and said that the raindrops looked like new coins because they would bring money and food. But suddenly the rain changed into a terrible hailstorm. Big hailstones fell for 1 full hour. The house, the garden, the hillside, and the cornfields were completely covered with hail. The field became white like it was covered with salt. Not a single leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed, the flowers were gone, everything was ruined. Lencho was filled with sadness. He told his sons that a plague of locusts would not have destroyed the crop more badly than this. That night the whole family was very sad. They said, "All our work is for nothing. There is no one who can help us. We will all go hungry this year." But in Lencho's heart there was still one hope, God. The next Sunday, Lencho wrote a letter to God. He wrote that if God did not help him, his family would go hungry. He asked for 100 pesos to sow his field again and live until the next crop came. He wrote to God on the envelope, put a stamp on it and dropped it in the mailbox. At the post office, a postman found the letter and showed it to the postmaster. The postmaster first laughed, but then he became serious. He said he wished he had the same faith as the man who wrote this letter. He did not want to break Lencho's faith in God, so he decided to help him. He collected money from his own salary, from the post office employees, and from some friends. But he could collect only 70 pesos, not 100. He put the money in an envelope and signed it, God, and sent it to Lencho. The next Sunday, Lencho came to the post office earlier than usual. The postman gave him the letter. Lencho was not surprised to receive money because he had full faith in God. But when he counted the money and found only 70 pesos, he became angry. He was sure that God could not make a mistake. So he wrote another letter to God. In it, he said that God had sent him only 70 pesos and that the post office employees must have stolen the remaining 30 pesos. He also asked God not to send money through the post office again because they were a bunch of crooks. The story ends with a beautiful irony, where Lencho doubts the very people who actually helped him. Let me conclude, children. A letter to God teaches us that faith is powerful, but blind faith can sometimes make us misunderstand the goodness of people. The postmaster and his friends show true humanity and kindness by helping Lencho without expecting any reward. The story gives us the message that humanity is the greatest religion. Kindness still exists in this world. We should have faith but also trust and respect the people who help us. Have faith in God but never doubt or insult the goodness of human beings. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Enlighten with Saba for more easy English lessons, exam ready explanations and grammar tips. Thank you for watching.